Hi, hello. Now we are going to discuss about the what is planning. Planning is the first and the most important functions of management. It is basics to all the management function. Action follows. Planning is the primary functions of management. Planning is a basic managerial function. The meaning of planning here, planning plays an important role in our society. It enables us to make a best use of our resources and allows the necessary and word-worth development to go ahead. So that is a planning. Planning implies an arrangement of doing something considered in advance. It means determining what is to be done and how, when, and by whom it is to be done. So that is planning is a process which involves thinking before doing over it. So that is planning. So once again that plan is to look ahead and the chart out the future course of operation. So that is a planning. Here we are having the features of planning. The features of planning is first one, the planning is goal oriented. Plan must be a goal oriented, and the second thing is planning is a primary function. So without planning we can't do anything. So we have to make a primary functions, that is the planning over here. The next one is all mental exercise. Here the mental exercise, it includes how we have to plan over here. The next one is continuous process. Planning is a continuous process, it does not has an end over here. The next one, planning involves in decision making process, and the planning is forward looking. The planning gives and flexible and flexibility over here. The next one is planning is a integrated process, it connected with one another. So from one situation to another situation, so we have to make use of a planning over here. The next one is planning includes efficiency and effective dimension. So each and every planning steps has its own effectiveness and dimension over here. The next, the planning makes it things perfect over here. So it gives an optimistic over that. So primary function, once again we are telling that planning is a primary function. Planning is a thinking process. Planning is a dynamic process over here. It includes all the managerial function. It is based on the planning and policies over here. Flexibility and selective process, future activities and integrated over here. So this is a process of planning over here. So now we are going to discuss about the next step, what is the process of planning. So every business has its own problem. So planning process differs from one business to another business. So planning is a process and infers a number of steps to be taken over here. So it includes a determination of problem to follow up of action. So for each and every problem, first we are going to make a determining the problem. First we are going to analyze the problem and we have to give a solution, and again we are going to follow up. It is an end of a process of planning. The first one is establishing. Here we are having a 7 different subjects of planning. One is idea, analyze, forecast, develop, evaluate and implement over here. So now we are going to make a establishment of objectives. Over here, this is the first step in process of planning. It includes overall objectives and specific and until pointing out what we have to done, where we have to done, how we have to done, with whom it's to be given. So overall thing taking place over here. Organizational objectives should be specified in all key result. That includes the representative important activity of an organization in achieving an objective. The next one is securing or establishment of planning premises. The next step in this is establishing. That here, planning premises or assumption about the future and understanding of expanding situation. Planning is first one is internal premises and second one is external premises. Internal premises, it includes inside an organization, that is organizational policies and various resources. The next one is technical premises, external or premises. It includes an political, social, technology, competitor plans, actions, and government policies, market conditions, excess. So that is controllable and uncontrollable premises is called as internal and external premises. And the next step is determination of alternative source of action. So in this alternative source of action, if one action is failed, automatically we have to shift it to a next course of action, and alternatively we have to examine over here. So that is known as determining the alternative course of action. The next one is evaluation of alternative course of action. In this evaluation, the manager of a concern has an evaluate the various available alternative course of action. Each alternative course of action is compared with profitability, capital investment, risk involved over here. So these factors may be evaluated keeping in mind while positive and negative points of alternative choice making over here. Next one is selective course. In this selective course, it includes a course of action which then optimistic one. Any one of alternatives may be chosen by an execution. So that is known as alternative choice of action. Next one is formulating a derived plan over here. So formulating is another thing. Here the forecasting or formulating, here formulating, it includes a planning which derived from the basic plan is called as derivative planning. It may variously like planning or buying of raw materials, selling of finished goods, recruiting and training of personnels, developing a new product developments. These are comes under the formulating of derivative planning. Next one is establishing a sequence of activities. In this, the basic activities or sequences over here determining the plan. From time is an essential consideration over here. Starting to finishing time, we have to fix in each piece of work. So that is known as establishing a sequence of activities. The next one is arranging future evaluation of effectiveness of planning. Here it formulating the actions of following up of action provided. Follow-up action is also required to see the plan is working well in a present situation, a regular process, desirable, effective, implementing and accomplishing over here. That's it. So thank you. These are all the different process of planning over here, and we have defined over the planning overall. So this is the first step in the functions of management. So thank you.